This is the Fitzy and Whipper with Kate Ritchie podcast.
And there was a big debate that took place last night. The first of many to come in this political race as we get our strides on and make our way to May 3. Is that right, Mr. Dutton?
That's it. Everyone's so excited about the election.
Oh, yes, they are. Welcome to the studio, mate.
Great to be with you. Thank you.
Actually, Peter, before we do start, we just wanted to check in to see if your old man was okay, because we did hear something last night that he had a heart attack just before the debate. Is everything okay, sir?
Fitzy, thanks, mate, very much. He's good. I spoke to him this morning. He's 80 this year. He's a great man. He's stoic and he's a tough old bugger, so he'll be fine.
Can I just say, I struggle getting up and talking in front of people. I have panic attacks sometimes, but to have something like that actually go down just before you have a huge debate like that, you did very well to go out there and actually do it, Pete.
No, thanks, mate. It's, look, I thought, do I pull out of the debate? But anyway, my sisters were up there with him and giving me regular reports, which was good, but... he's a great man and I love him very much.
That is good to know. We want you to stick around, mate. We won't get you to kick a footy in the studio. We know that. There's too many cameramen in here, Pete. You'll split too many heads open.
The first debate of this election campaign was held in Western Sydney, a must-win area for the major parties.
A cut in the fuel excise, the fuel tax, means a 25 cent a litre reduction. We would reassess where we are as an economy, as a people, as a nation in 12 months' time, and if we needed to extend it, then we could do that. I think we can frame ourselves as a better alternative over the next 3 years than what people have experienced over this 3 years.
Well, you're right. The debate took place last night, the first of many, as we head to the polls on May 3. But I believe Peter Dutton has actually come in this morning, Fitz, after our announcement for the Lady Gaga tickets. Pete, is that what you've dropped in for? Is this about the campaign, or you want the first two tickets in town?
I'm here for my tickets. I've lined up out the front. And thank you.
Little Monsters fans.
First gig you ever saw, Pete?
First gig.
Yeah, can you remember that?
That's a good question, actually.
No.
I can't think what the first one was.
Would have been in Brizzy.
It would have been in Brizzy, and I want to say in excess, but...
God.
I'm sort of...
Around the kick era?
Aging myself, correct.
Did you see them live, did you?
Yeah.
In excess?
Yeah, but there was something before that. I just can't...
John Farner.
Gotcha.
No, I don't think it was John, actually.
Cold Chisel.
No. Jesus, what happens when you get to my age?
Yeah,
really?
I know.
You do.
Well, let's stick to sport, because we need to talk about the kick the other day. Are politicians cursed, Peter? Like rolling the arm over or kicking a ball. I mean, I must admit, you kick the ball and the cameraman didn't move at all. I'm thinking he's got to move. He could see the ball coming. I didn't think the kick was too bad, Pete.
Well, Fitzy, I thought it was like a gun barrel. It was just nice, lofty. If I had sort of drilled him off the side of the boot and he was 3 metres away and smashed him in the face, I'd take the rap, right? But I actually thought it was a reasonable kick, and they'd been straight all day to the kids there they were catching, and yeah, I don't know. He saw it. He just followed it through the camera right into his face. Yes. And I thought, wait, what are you doing?
Because that's the footage I wanted to see. The ball coming at it like something from Australia's Funniest Home Videos back in the day. But it was great that you saw him also. They went to extreme lengths to bandage his head up.
Yeah, no, he had the full bandage on, which was good. So he was taken care of, and the Federal Police patched him up. I saw him yesterday at the press conference. I don't think he had a Band-Aid on, so awesome. I think he's recovered okay.
No, I love that.
And he's a nice guy, really nice guy.
Mate, let's talk about last night, the debate. I think he did a great job. You know, it was a divided room. But I thought what was interesting was it was educational for a lot of Australians that don't understand what's going on as well, don't understand the policies, and I was there learning too. So can you break it down and explain for everybody who may have missed it last night? Because one of the main talking points is about the 25 cents reduction in the fuel. Can you explain not only what the government is already taking with the fuel, but also the knock-on of the price of fuel?
Yeah, Whipper, I think it's a really important discussion, and people's eyes glaze over when you start talking about tax, etc. But if you think about a litre of fuel, if it's $1.50, 50 cents of that is tax. So we're paying a lot in tax, and the trouble is that it goes up each year.
Right.
It's indexed to go up. So what we're saying is that people need help at the moment. The PM's got an offer of 70 cent a day tax cut, but it doesn't start for 15 months. Our argument is that people need help now. How can you do that? If you reduce the tax on petrol and diesel by 25 cents a litre, people can get that in their pocket straight away. So if you're a two-car family, if you're in Western Sydney or wherever you might be, travelling, running kids around, it means probably a $30 a week save. That's after tax. So people get an immediate benefit. But it's not just of benefit to mums and dads filling up cars. It's also to pensioners who aren't paying tax and didn't get anything out of this budget. It's also a help to, the plumber and the 3 or 4 utes that he might be fueling each week to run around, and it can help the delivery truck driver who might be filling up 3 times a week. And all of a sudden, right across the economy, you're starting to take out some of the cost pressure in those businesses, because ultimately, the reason we're paying 30% more for groceries at the supermarket now for fruit and for cereal, etc., is because the cost of electricity has gone up so much, and the cost of gas has gone up so much, and the cost of fuel has gone up. All of that is being passed on. So how do we take some of that cost out of the economy? And that's the logic to the 25 cent a litre reduction.
I think that's what I missed, and that's what I didn't realise until I heard the truck driver last night saying, well, the thing is, every time we have to pay this tax or the fuel goes up, we just put it on to the person that we're supplying to. So then that's why it all goes up, and the knock-on effect is what you're talking about, the 30% rise. So I thought that was a really interesting point.
Yeah, well, it makes sense, doesn't it? They've got costs and they can cop some of it, but ultimately we want them to be successful small businesses because they're employing trainees and apprentices, and they're contributing by paying taxes, and that's how we pay for roads.
Your son's a tradie.
Yeah, Harry's just ticked over second year, and he's a carpenter. Chippy
He's
loves
a chippy.
it. Yeah,
Gosh.
he's good.
Yeah, right.
And he's got a lot of confidence. He's offered to put up an extension out the back, a cashy.
He's doing granny flats, is he?
He's up for cashy straight away. I said, mate, you need to start paying your bill off before you start.
You've been living here free for too long.
Me. Exactly.
Did he ever think about being a police officer at some stage? No.
No, I don't think he did. No.
Because your old man was a bricklayer as well. Did he try to get you as a brickie?
Dad started out as a brickie and then was a builder, and Fitzo worked out pretty early on, sweeping up on building sites, picking up offcuts of timber, but I was just way too soft to be out there in the sun for that. So it's a hard job, and look, it's I watched Dad work 7 days a week for when we were growing up, and it was tough work. Bad back and bad knees, but I'm really proud that Harry's gone into a trade, and Dad's especially proud of him as well, sort of following in his footsteps. So he's a good kid. He's got a good work ethic and good manners, and he'll do well. He wants to spend too much money on his ute, which I'm trying to advise him to sort of stage it a little. But
he'll save on fuel.
He's a good kid. Exactly, and 25 cents a litre less for Harry.
Your beautiful wife Kiralee on tour with you, mate?
She is, yes, yeah, which is really nice actually, because you're in a different hotel every night, just checking in and checking out, and we can do 3 states in a day at the moment, so it's nice to have.
Not in that shirt, Peter.
Yeah, exactly, not that one
Peter,
again.
not that shirt again.
Now, we know how busy you are, sir. The Leader of the Opposition. Good luck, Peter, on May the 3rd, and thanks for coming in this morning.
Thanks, boys. Appreciate it very much.
Pete.
Thank you.
Fits in Whipper with Kate Ritchie is a Nova podcast. For more great shows like this, download the Nova player via the App Store or Google